Good morning, Bangalore.
The boundaries of cantonment area as we knew it at that time was the Trinity Circle on one side, the Lal Bagh on the other side. We had the race course and West End Hotel, of course. And what is the other side? That is the Alsur Lake and the ITC factory on the north. So these were the boundaries as for Bangalore Cantonment as we knew it.
My name is Ravi Shankar. I first came to Bangalore in 1955.
I'm Ajay Puri. I came to Bangalore, I think it was December 59.
Good morning, my name is Sydney. Yeah, I'm a resident of Bangalore way back in 1960. Yeah.
Well, I'm a local. I came to Bangalore in 1953. Bangalore divided into two. One was the Germains side and one was Bangalore city side.
The location of Cubbon Park is also such that it was placed directly at the junction of the old city administered by the Maharaja. It was called City, and the British Cantonment administered by the British. So until independence, you actually had to pay a toll to come from one side to the other. Really, the history of Bangalore is a tale of two cities, and the two cities were divided and united by this space called Cubbon Park.
Fantastic, those ways good. It was a one-horse town.
And IIT Delhi was a fantastic place, but still every week I came to Bangalore. That was my love for Bangalore, not talking about my love for my family. I was also there. Bangalore was a town. That's all in it. And we missed the Brigade Road, which we very sincerely called South Parade.
Mahatma Gandhi Road was earlier called South Parade.
These troops, they would march on that road. So hence it got the name the South Parade.
Junction of MG Road with the Brigade Road, you had the Sadhwanis. In the center, you'd have Three Aces. You had a commercial place called Commercial Street.
The other popular place in Bangalore for the college students especially, as the youngsters, young crowd on Brigade Road was the Koshis.
I remember one day my relations came from Kerala one evening and they asked my mother, where's Ashoka? They said, if he's not in this house, he'll be in Brigade Road, Koshis. That was where the jukebox was, and you had a wonderful vada sambar for 2 annas. Brigade Road, South Parade was what brought all of us together. So we spent most of our pre-married life there. Marriage was slightly tied up. It's not possible to run to Brigade Road with your wife. That's two reasons. One is she may not like it. Second is she may see the other girls you have waved at or wished, so there's some complications when you come back home.
Major factor which drags us to Bangalore and prevents us from leaving Bangalore is the weather. And it also is a magnet to attract so many industries and citizens from all over the country to enjoy the salubrious climate of Bangalore.
And the weather, Bangalore, which never had seen anything go beyond 30 or 31. Knew about the level crossing, and we were on the left hand side of the level crossing if you are coming from Tannery Road. There was this level crossing meant there was a straight line, and it had only Gulmohar trees right from Kent station down to the ITC factory, along the railroad and along the roads. Bangalore used to have a red kind of a road because it was always filled with, you have these lovely gulmohar petals.
A sight for us even in the 50s when we came to Bangalore to see these big compounds and with lot of trees, and of course they also had a lot of domesticated creatures at home, like the a lot of dogs of course, and a lot of fowls, ducks, and maybe some cows also to give them milk. So everything was self-contained and it was beautiful.
One of the regular pastimes, especially during the summer, was to go to Alsur Lake as a group, and we would hire a boat. Rowing boat was given to us, and we would get into the boats and learn. We learned rowing in Alsur Lake. Spend hours together in the island, as pretending that we have been marooned in the island, or just playing games there.
For English movies, you'd come back to MG Road. So you'd come to either BRB, or you would come to Imperial, or you'd come to Plaza.
Taking classes and coming to these movies. And on a very rare occasion, I bunked a class and went to a movie in the RB theatre. And during the interval, I saw my father there. He bunked his factory and he had come to see the movie. He silently told me to keep my mouth shut, and we both reached home. I from college and Dad from factory.
Windsor Manor, and they built this hotel on the lines of the British Castle Windsor. Even today, the Windsor Manor plays host to a host of local activities like the antique car races. It commences from there and ends up somewhere near Cantonment Stadium. One of the leading bakeries in Bangalore is the Tom's Cafe. As I remember it, started somewhere in the 60s when they leased a part of the ground from the St. John's High School. Go there around 2:30. You would get the aroma of freshly baked bread all around, and it would drag you in. And then they had the array of beautiful cakes and biscuits and puffs and samosas, which most of the school children around that cafe would come and patronize.
Bishop Cotton's was probably one of the leading schools in Bangalore. The rivals were St. Joseph's and St. Germains to some extent, but Bishop Cotton's was the largest in terms of property as well as the being number one in academics and sports. It was a pure boys' school those days. We had Bishop Cotton Girls' School, which was just a stone's throw away, and they would keep to themselves, we would keep to ourselves, and we would try our level best to try and meet up with them, but we couldn't. Yeah.
The only best school those days was St. Francis Xavier's. It was fantastic those days. So we are trying to have a coffee table book.
This is what Germans taught us: be with somebody. And in all fairness, nothing must just be a human. More than that, what Germans taught us was that education is not about learning and spitting it out in an exam. Education is inculcating knowledge in your brain and retaining it there and making use of it. What they taught us was values in life. And one more teacher, Mr. Brown, who used a leather whip. His only way of punishment was hitting tangentially on your backside with you bending, looking at the floor. After that, with a cane, thin cane, which makes a noise, you can't sit for 4-5 days. That's a good punishment. We still meet at this age. 5-6 of us still meet every Saturday. All Germains, majority are German, meeting after 60 years of school.
I was lucky to finish my schooling academic career in St. John's High School. Now, St. John's High School was one of the older schools, started in the early 1850s. There were many big playgrounds. The kind of freedom we had going around during the break, and we used to spend a lot of time in the sports field at that time. Principal and the school teachers not only maintained a high standard of academic excellence, but also imparted to us, inculcated in us, a sound set of values which have stood the test of time. First came to Bangalore in 1954. The most prominent commercial area close to our house was the Mosque Road. The Mosque Road was stretched stretching from Coles Road at one end to practically the Clarence High School, and it was a canopy of trees, and we would go through Mosque Road to get into Richards Park to have our games, especially during the vacations, which was again a huge tree-filled park. We had circulating libraries on that road. We had the Albert Bakery. A special word about Albert Bakery, they have maintained their reputation even today of the freshness of their products. They are open only between 3 p.m. in the afternoon till 10 p.m. in the evening, and after that they donate the rest of the food.
When we walk, we walk around the Bangalore. We will not present Bangalore. Whatever we talk about it, our area cantonment is cantonment and the settlement point.
The thing is, now that we have got totally accustomed to the cultures and traditions and life of the Bangalore Cantonment population, we are finding it reluctant to move anywhere else. Not be able to leave Bangalore just like that unless we are literally carried away.
And if you look around my house, you'd only see trees and plants. That is because I want to remember Bangalore like this. First thing, they say, where do you want to be? I want to go to Bangalore. So that's what it is, you know. I'm a Bangalorean by heart, Bangalore by my mind, Bangalore by everything.